Back WVUD News, and for that we go over to Lauren and Dani.
Good afternoon, University of Delaware. I'm Lauren Mick.
And I'm Dani Roth.
With WVUD News. The top story at this hour, University Provost Grasso sent out an open letter to the UD community this afternoon addressing allegations made by the review. Grasso claims the review misrepresented administrative actions and made factual errors in their report on sexual assault allegations surrounding a UD professor.
Delaware State Police said today 47-year-old Glenn Sago Jr. is in fair condition at Christiana Hospital after being shot by a state trooper. Authorities say on Wednesday afternoon, a trooper went to a home in Hartley for a report of a suicidal person. Investigators say Sago began beating the trooper with a metal cane, and she took out her electric stun gun to subdue him. Sago took the device from the trooper and shocked her with it. The trooper then shot Sago in the leg.
Firefly Music Festival, held annually in Dover, Delaware, is hoping to get a boost from a major promoter in the industry. The founders of Firefly have teamed up with Golden Voice, the group that created the Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. Golden Voice announced Wednesday that it is teaming up with the Chicago-based Red Frog Events, which currently puts on Firefly. Golden Voice will promote and produce next year's festival.
And now in national news, President Barack Obama's request for congressional backing to train and arm Syrian rebels battling ISIS easily passed in the House. The Senate is expected to vote later today on the measure, which was added to a spending bill to keep the government running into December.
A New York man pleaded not guilty today in federal court to 3 counts of attempting to provide support and resources to ISIS. Mufgid Alfgi was arrested earlier this year after authorities say he bought weapons as part of a plan to kill members of the U.S. Armed Forces returning from war, as well as Shiites in the Rochester, New York area.
President Obama will announce $46 million in new security assistance for the Ukrainian military, including equipment to detect incoming artillery fire. Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko met with Obama this morning, sending a clear message to Russian President Vladimir Putin about the West's support for Ukraine. The security aid package includes a counter-mortar radar, vehicles and patrol boats, body armor, and heavy engineering equipment.
Scottish voters head to the polls today to decide the future of their country's union with England, which has lasted for 307 years. Multiple polling outlets indicate it will be a close election. A yes vote would trigger 18 months of negotiations between Scottish leaders and London-based politicians on how the two countries would separate their institutions. It's still not clear what currency Scotland would use or what its status would be in the EU and NATO. In sticking with the UK, Prince William will replace his wife Kate on this weekend's official visit to Malta because the pregnant Duchess of Cambridge is still suffering from acute morning sickness. Palace officials said today the decision to cancel what would have been Kate's first official solo voyage overseas was made in consultation with her doctors.
And now in sports, UD junior Joe Dupree earned his second award as the Eastern College Athletic Conference Co-Player of the Week. The English midfielder tallied 2 game-winning goals last week as the Blue Hens improved their record to 6-0 to match the best start in program history.
Former UD star Elena Delle Donne became the latest player to withdraw from the U.S. women's basketball national team pool because of injury. The Chicago Sky player was restricted in the WNBA Finals by a bad back, and it was announced today that she will not be able to join the team for the World Championships at the end of the month.
John Quiones, host of the ABC show What Would You Do, will address the UD community at 7:30 tonight in the Trabant Multipurpose Rooms.
Now in weather, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a high of 73 degrees and a low of 53 degrees. We can expect similar conditions tomorrow. For WVUD News, I'm Lauren Mick.
And I'm Dani Roth.
We'll be back at 5 o'clock for another news update. Now back to more music on WVUD.